Yes, good afternoon, students. This is Arvind, your social science teacher. I thought all are fine and enjoying our online classes. Previous class, we are discussed about how the Britishers extended their empire in South India, means in the Marathas, means in Maharashtra, and then in the Punjab. In this class, we have to start another lesson, that is the impact of British rule in India. Here, we are going to discuss what are the reforms brought by the British in different fields of administration in India. The British employed war and negotiation policy to achieve complete domination in India. Then the British introduced one nation concept and also the integrated whole India under one administrative and political structure. Education, judiciary, land taxes, trade and agriculture and other various areas of activities were regulated under various laws and administrative system. Next concept, administrative and judicial system. Yes, in this concept, what were the reforms brought by the British both in the administrative and judicial system? The first one, administrative system. In the administrative system, the Lord Cornwallis introduced new system, that is the civil services. Civil services is one of the examinations. It's held or it's organized to appoint employees in the East India Company. Dear students, till to implement the civil services, the appointments in the East India Company done by the directors, means up till the year 1853, the appointments in the East India Company done by the directors, the officials in the East India Company appointed by the directors till the year 1853. After 1853, the appointments in the East India Company done according to the civil services, means through the competitive examinations. This did not benefit Indians much. Yes, means most of the Indians could not participate in the civil services, means the Britishers could not give opportunity to the Indians to participate in the civil services. Why? According to the Lord Cornwallis Act argued all the natives of Hindustan are completely corrupt. As a result, the lower grade jobs were given to Indians. Yes, Lord Cornwallis established Fort William College in the year 1800. Its benefit for the people who are joining civil services, means it's benefited. See, they are given in the year 1800. Lord Cornwallis opened Fort William College in Kolkata for the benefit of people aspiring to join. Aspiring means who are interested to join the civil services. Lord Cornwallis opened Fort William College, where in Kolkata. Yes, the civil services are introduced or organized according to the 1773 Regulating Act. In this way, in the field of administration, the British brought new changes or new reforms, that is the civil services. Civil services were the examinations. Okay, why the civil services examinations are introduced? To appoint the officials or employees in the East India Company. Till 1853, the appointments in East India Company done by the directors. After 1853, the appointments done according to the competitive examinations. It's called the civil services. It's implemented by the Lord Cornwallis. Today also the which one, the what we call that UPSC exams. Yes, the UPSC exams are equals to civil services. Okay, totally in this way the UPSC exams are borrowed from the period of British, that is the civil services. It's implemented by the Lord Cornwallis. Okay, yes, the Lord Cornwallis established one college, that is the Fort William, or opened one college, that is the Fort William. Why it's started? Okay, its benefit of people aspiring, means the interested who are interested to join the civil services. Yes, it is the reformations brought by the Lord Cornwallis in the administration, in the field of administration. Next, judicial system. Yes, the judicial system also one of the important field in the period of British. Yes, in the Judicial system, the Britishers established, means the Warren Hastings established two types of courts according to the 1773 Regulating Act. The first one, a Diwani Adalat, means the civil court, and a Fauzdari Adalat, means the criminal court. Yes, in the civil court, the Britishers were dispensed justice as per, means according to the Hindu scriptures, means Ramayana, Mahabharata, and others. And for the Muslims, they dispensed justice according to the Shariat laws, means the Quran. Slowly, the British implemented legal procedures, their own legal procedures introduced in the criminal courts. The civil courts came under the control of European officers. Yes, and also in the criminal courts, the British appointed causes, means the judges. Yes, totally the criminal courts were under the control of causes. They were functioning under the supervision of European officers. Yes, totally the causes also under the control of European officers. Totally the criminal courts were under the control of causes. Then the civil courts came under the control of European officers. Yes, it is the reformations. They were the reformations brought by the British in the field of judiciary. Today also the two types of courts are there in each district, that is the civil courts and criminal courts. Dear students, this system borrowed from the period of British. Next, police system. Yes, in the police system, the British reformed many reformations, or they changed. They, in the period of British, the British brought many reforms in the police system. The first one, Lord Cornwallis created new post in the police system. That is superintendent of police, means the SPs. Lord Cornwallis divided the district into many stations in the year 1793. Every station under the control of Kotwal, and also every village under the care of Chowkidar. Kotwal was accountable for thefts. Totally, the Kotwal is the responsible for thefts, crimes, and other law violations at village level. Yes, in the year 1770, the police system led to the weak law and order situation. Yes, why? Because of the severe droughts occur in the year 1773. This led to the weak law and order situation in India. Hence, the entire police system was brought under the control of the British officers. Yes, entire police system under the control of, they brought entire police system under the control of British magistrates in the year 1781. Yes, the police system underwent continuous changes. In the year 1861, the Indian Police Act was implemented. This law is the base of good law and order administrations. Yes, in the year 1861, they enacted one act, that is Indian Police Act. Yes, it was implemented in the year 1861. The Indian Police Act was implemented in the year 1861. Yes, this law is the base of good administration, or this law is the base of good orders administration. Yes, the Indians were appointed for the post of officers in the year 1902. The Police Commission allowed the appointment of suitable qualified for the post of police officers. Yes, the Britishers established the Police Commission in the year 1902. It's responsible to appoint qualified police officers in the police system. Yes, in this way, these are the measures reformed or taken by the British in the police system. Next, military system. Yes, in the military system, the British did partiality between the between the Indians and the British. Yes, the Subedar post is the highest post given to the Indians. The higher posts are available only for the British. Okay. Yes, in this way, most of the Indians were the coolie soldiers in the military. The British government accepted the recommendations of Peel Commission in the year 1857. Yes, according to the Peel Commission, the military system was redesigned. Okay, yes, these are the reformations in the military system. Yes, the British administration, the military was the base of military administration in the British rule. Yes, yes, with the help of efficient military system, the India came under the control of British. The entire India came under the control of British. Is the efficient military and police were the responsible for the Britishers to capture entire India. Next, land taxes. The first one, the British implemented permanent zamindari system in the year 1793. Yes, it's introduced first time in Bengal. Later, it's implemented Bihar, or later it's extended Bihar, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, and Varanasi. Yes, in this system, zamindars were the mediators between the East India Company and the farmers. Zamindars were responsible to collect land taxes from the farmers. Yes, the zamindars were accountable to the officers in the East India Company. Yes, in this system, the farmers were exploited by both the East India Company officials and also the zamindars. Yes, in this system, the farmers had to pay the taxes during the famines, means during the droughts. In this way, the zamindars, yes, and also in this system, the ownership of the land given to the zamindars. Yes, in the zamindars, the farmers were the peasants, means the landless laborers. Yes, the farmers had to pay the taxes during the famines. In this way, the farmers were exploited in this system. Okay, this system was implemented by the Lord Cornwallis. First time it's implemented Bengal in the year 1793. Later it's extended in the different regions in India: Bihar, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Varanasi. According to the Charles Metcalfe, in the zamindar system, the Indian farmers were born in the debit, lived in debit, and died in debit due to the land tax policies of the British. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಮೆಟ್ಕಾಫ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಭಾರತದ ರೈತರು ಸಾಲದಲ್ಲೇ ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಸಾಲದಲ್ಲೇ ಬದುಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಸಾಲದಲ್ಲೇ ಸಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರ್ಸು ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮತ್ತು ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ನಡುವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಗಾಲ ಬಂದಾಗ್ಲೂ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು? ದ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಪೇ, ಅಂದರೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಎಸ್, ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫೆಮೈನ್ಸ್ farmers were unable to grow the crops, means to get the crops. The farmers were unable to get the crops, but they have to pay the taxes to the zamindars. In this way, yes, the zamindars exploited the farmers. The East India Company officials were exploited the zamindars. Yes, it is called the permanent zamindari system. Why it is called the permanent zamindari system? Because in this system, the tenure of the tax collection is the 30 years. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 30 ವರ್ಷ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ನ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು? ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಒನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಒನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ until the 30 years, means the tenure is the 30 years. It's called the permanent zamindari. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಮಹಲ್ವಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಎಸ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಮಹಲ್ವಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಟೋಟಲಿ ದ ಪ್ರಾವಿನ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಮಹಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿನ್ಸಸ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು? ಮಹಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಎಸ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಮಹಲ್ಸ್, ಮಹಲ್ದಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಹೆಡ್, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮಹಲ್ದಾರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಚ್ ತಾಲೂಕ್ ದೇ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ದ ಮಹಲ್ಸ್, ಒಂದು ಮಹಲ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ನೋಡಿ ಇದನ್ನ, ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಉತ್ತರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್, ಇನ್ ಮೆನಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಧ್ಯ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್, ವಿಚ್ ಒನ್ ದ ಮಹಲ್ವಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ದೆನ್ ಪಂಜಾಬ್, ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ. Mahal means taluk. Before I said it's implemented by, or it started by R.M. Bird and James Thompson. See, in this system, Mahaldars were the mediators between the East India Company and the farmers. Yes, in this system, the big and small zamindars were part of this system. Yes, in this system, the big and small zamindars, the British divided into two, means the zamindars are divided by the British. One is the big zamindars and small zamindars. Yes, since the company officials fixed more land tax than expected production from the fields, yes, they imposed heavy taxes on the farmers. Okay, beyond their expectations, means behind the behind the production from the fields. Okay, more than the production from the, behind means more than the production from the fields. In this way, the mahaldars or the zamindars exploited the farmers. Yes, in this system many zamindars means the small zamindars lose their ownership of the lands. The marginal farmers and agricultural laborers who were dependent on the zamindars also suffered due to this. Yes, in this system the small zamindars lose their ownership. Okay, in this way the small zamindars declined in the Mahalwari system. Okay, who are dependent on these small zamindars, the farmers who are dependent on these small zamindars, they also suffered lot in this system, means in the Mahalwari system. Okay, next the Rayatwari system. Rayatwari system is one of the system. In this system there is no mediators, means the farmers had to pay the taxes directly to the East India Company. That's why it's called the Rayatwari system. It's implemented in the Baramahal region. Okay, then it's extended other regions, especially later it's implemented in Madras and Mysore region by Thomas Munro in the year 1801. First time it's implemented in Baramahal region by Alexander Reed in the year 1792. Yes, in this system the East India Company imposed heavy taxes on the farmers, that is 50% of the 50% in their production. Totally the farmers had to pay 50% in their production as a tax to the East India Company. In this again the farmers are exploited by the officers of East India Company or the officials of East India Company. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಇಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರ್ಸು 3 ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒಂದು ಮಹಲ್ವಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒಂದು ರಯತ್ವಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಜಮೀನ್ದಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕಾನ್ವಾಲಿಸ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒಂದು ಯಾರು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು R.M. ಬರ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಜೇಮ್ಸ್ ಥಾಮ್ಸನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒಂದು ರಯತ್ವಾರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸಾಂಡರ್ ರೀಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥಾಮಸ್ ಮನ್ರೋ. ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಬೈ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಜುಡಿಷಿಯರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮಿಲಿಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ಗೆ ಬರೆದು ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ನ ಓದಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.